are by Audemars Piguet with Olivier Audemars, who's going to talk to us about the main novelties presented here at this SIHH 2018.
The main one this year is something that we call the RD2. We decided to call that watches that incorporate a lot of new technologies, but that we will present only the following year. You may remember the Super Sonnerie, which was the RD1, and now the RD2 is something that combines our tradition with innovation into a way where we can make a perpetual calendar, which is something that is extremely complicated and normally which requires a certain amount of place, into something that is 3 times smaller, but with the same performances in terms of quality and reliability. And to do that, what we did actually is that we've been able to transform 3 functions that were dependent on 3 different components into 1 component that is much more complex, but that can do those 3 things.
You've come up with something very interesting also for ladies. Right?
Yes. We are seeing that there is also an evolution when it comes to the type of watches that ladies are interested into. This year, this is the first time that we will have a ladies concept, and I'm really proud of that because I think that this is a great line.
Still in the Royal Oak, we've seen also a new tourbillon with a very beautiful new type of, well, guilloche with those chocolate box, but with a kind of a solar feel to it. Can you explain us a little bit about this one too?
What we are doing is that we are using very old machinery. Those machines are using different way to combine motions, which gives the illusion that it is a square while it is not. So it's really great because it reflects the light in a completely different way. It makes the dial much more alive, but it takes a much longer time. For classic dials, just the machinery of that takes rather like 1 hour or even more than that, just for the first step. And when it comes to the dial that you've seen with this shape like that, it's nearly the double of time.
And this watch is kind of unisex. I can totally imagine men and women wearing that one.
Yes, we are seeing that more and more. It was a bit the same with the frosted gold that we presented last year. We had a lot of inquiries from men for this watch.
And another thing that illustrates this is the double balancier that you're also introducing this year. It's not a totally new movement, but execution is different.
Yes, actually, the one that we launched, I love it. I don't have it on my wrist, but the watch that I wear every day is this double balance wheel. So what we've been able to do with the double balance wheel is to increase the precision of the watch by averaging out the impact of what happened when the spring, which makes the open and close. When it's opening, it's not perfectly symmetrical, so it means that the center of gravity moves a little bit on the side, and then it can slightly impact the accuracy of the watch. By having 2 springs that open in opposite direction, we suppress this impact.
And how is the millenary evolving in terms of business? I'm talking for Audemars Piguet.
Well, the millenary now is more ladies' line, and that's something that I also like a lot, because what is special with the millenary is that because of this oval shape, you can have the dial on one side, kind of, and then you have the escapement, which means that you have this in-depth view of the mechanism, and you can see the beating heart of the watch in front of you.
Thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.